How Waylon Jennings earned $25,000 just for going to the bathroom, and other stories. I don't know if you're like me, but I love the behind the music stories. It makes the artist seem more down to earth. In this video, I have compiled some of my favorite Waylon Jennings stories. Actually, they come from savingcountrymusic.com. Check them out. Now, if you like this type of videos, please let us know in the comments. And please don't forget to like and subscribe. Now let's get on with it. Walking Off the Late Late Show. In September of 1998, Waylon was scheduled to appear on The Late Late Show, hosted by Tom Snyder. Going into the taping, Waylon was already a little bit sideways with the situation because he thought he deserved a full-hour slot. But instead, the show's producer had him share the show with Dr. Laura. When Dr. Laura's segment began to eat into Waylon's time even more, he walked off the set, leaving Tom Snyder hanging. Walking Off the CMAs. Now this is Waylon Jennings talking. It was Chris Christopherson's night. He was a shoo-in for several categories. I had been scheduled to perform Only Daddy That'll Walk the Line. They said they were strapped for time and they wanted me to cut the song to one verse and chorus. I said, why don't I just dance across the stage and grin? Maybe do one line. That'll give you a lot of time. They told me not to get smart. Either I did it or I got out. They said, we don't need you. I decided that was true, and I left. Now this one is pure Waylon. It's called Starting Up a Motorcycle in His Hotel Room. For Waylon's birthday in 1979, former Buddy Holly cricket Joe B. Maudlin tracked down a vintage 1958 Ariel Slycombe motorcycle that used to belong to Buddy Holly and put it inside Waylon's hotel room as a surprise. I walked into my hotel room after the show and saw it sitting there. What else could I do? I swung my leg over it, stomped on the Kickstarter, and it burst into roaring life. First kick. It was midnight, and it sounded twice as loud bouncing off the walls of that hotel room. But I knew Buddy wouldn't mind. Now, this one I just think is cute. It's called Meeting Billy Ray Cyrus for the First Time. And this is, again, Waylon Jennings talking. You never do know where the stones you throw will land. One time I was at an award show and I heard a voice behind me saying, Mr. Jennings, you're like a god to me. I turned around and it was Billy Ray Cyrus, offering his hand for me to shake. All I could think of was, if I'm your God, what does your devil look like? Now this one is the $25,000 piss story. Our bathroom break. It was early 1972, and Waylon Jennings wanted control of his music. He hired a New York lawyer named Neil Resin, the same lawyer that helped Willie Nelson get out of his RCA contract, to renegotiate his with the Music Road giant. It was down to a $25,000 sum, and they were not going to give it to me. We were sitting there, not a word spoken, and the silence got unbearable. After a while, I couldn't take it anymore. Chet, I said, referring to Chet Atkins. Chet, I said, reaching over to a bowl on his desk, where'd you get these peanuts? Neil glared at me. Shut up, Waylon. You could hear a clock tick in that room. It got even quieter. Minutes passed. I rose up, never said a word, walked out. I went to the bathroom to take a leak. When I came back, Neil greeted me in the hall. "You're an effing genius," he said. "What?" "Walking out like that. That screwed it up. That was a $25,000 piss." They asked me where you went, and I told them I didn't know. Waylon's mad, I'm sure. He's crazy. He's liable to do anything. Will he be back? They wanted to know. I shrugged. I guess he's gone, so we might as well call this to a close. And that's when they gave us the money. Well, those are my Waylon Jennings stories. I hope you enjoyed them. Please take the time to like and subscribe. It sure would help us out a lot.